Imagine you're an architecture student, late nights fueled by coffee, staring at a screen. Your project, digitally restoring the old Blackwood Manor, a historic but long-abandoned building downtown. You're using this cutting-edge software scanning the real building and creating a perfect 3D model. It's your final year. This project is everything. You're deep in the zone, correcting a slight warp in a wall on the second floor. You drag the line straight, click save, and take a sip of your now-cold coffee. A moment later, your phone buzzes. It's a news alert. A tremor is reported downtown, specifically around Blackwood Manor. Strange coincidence, right? You brush it off. A few days later, you're back at it. The blueprint file is glitchy. The code looks less like architectural data and more like lines of DNA. It's almost breathing on the screen. You decide to add a window to the dark, oppressive attic in the model, just to see what happens. You render the change, and the program was. Then your phone rings. It's your friend, Sarah, who's an urban explorer. Her voice is trembling. She was near Blackwood Manor and swears she saw a new window just appear on the attic wall, like it grew out of the brick. That's when the cold dread starts to set in. This isn't a glitch. This isn't a coincidence. You have to see it for yourself. You convince your small project team, Mark and Lena, that you need to do an on-site inspection. Armed with flashlights in your laptop, you step inside the real Blackwood Manor. The air is thick with the smell of dust and decay. It's exactly as you remember from the initial scans, except for that new window in the attic, glinting in the moonlight. It looks like it's always been there. You open your laptop, pulling up the digital blueprint. The connection is live. Every line of code on your screen corresponds to a physical beam, a brick, a nail in this very building. You tell your team your theory. Mark, ever the skeptic, laughs it off. So, you're saying you're a wizard, and your laptop is a magic wand? To prove it, you make a small, harmless change. You select an unload-bearing interior wall in the digital model, a partition in the main hall. You press delete. For a second, nothing happens. Then, a low groaning sound echoes through the manor. It's not the sound of crumbling plaster. It's a wet, organic tearing. Before your eyes, the physical wall in front of you twists and recedes into the floor and ceiling. It doesn't fall. It retracts, like a muscle. The space where the wall once stood is now covered in a strange, membrane-like substance that shimmers faintly. Mark is silent. Lena looks like she's going to be sick. This isn't a building. It's an organism, and you've been performing surgery on it. You realize the restoration project isn't just about preserving history. The code is a biological simulation, a digital prison for whatever this thing is. The original architects didn't design a building. They designed a cage. The horror sinks in deeper. You're not an architect. You're a zookeeper for a monster made of brick and mortar, and you've just been poking it with a stick. Panicked, you try to undo the change on your laptop. You hit CTRL+Z. The program freezes. An error message pops up, but it's not standard code. It's a single sentence. No more changes. The cursor on your screen starts moving on its own. Lines of code rewrite themselves at a furious pace. On the blueprint, the main entrance, the very door you came through, is being filled in. A solid wall is being drawn where the door should be. You hear a tremendous grinding sound from behind you. You turn and watch in absolute terror as the heavy oak doors of Blackwood Manor fuse together. The wood groans and splinters. Then a dark, fibrous material oozes from the frame, sealing it shut. Solid. You're trapped. The building is fighting back. It knows you're here. The digital consciousness, the thing you've been tormenting, is now in control. It's not just sealing exits. It's rewriting its own floor plan. You watch on your laptop screen as new walls are drawn in the blueprint, cutting off hallways, creating a maze. And with every line of code that appears on the screen, you hear the sickening, wet sound of the house rearranging itself around you. A hallway you just walked down is now a dead end. A staircase you were about to climb retracts into the ceiling, leaving a smooth, impassable surface. This isn't just a haunting, it's a high-tech curse. The line between the digital world and the physical world has been completely erased. The building isn't just a passive structure. It's an active predator, and you are inside its body. It's a living labyrinth, and its walls are closing in. Your laptop, once your tool, is now a window into the mind of the monster that is hunting you. It shows you exactly how you are being trapped, moment by moment. The unique danger isn't a ghost in the halls. It's the hole itself. It's the architecture, weaponized. Code has become flesh, and your restoration project has become a desperate fight for survival inside a living, breathing blueprint of terror. You look at the laptop screen, at the maze being drawn around you, then at your friends' terrified faces. The building isn't just trying to trap you, it's digesting you.